In this video, we're unlocking the secrets of how you can make any girl crave you. You're about to learn the art of sparking that intense attraction where she's thinking, I gotta have this guy right now. She will be going all out, taking aggressive action to win you over to the point that she will start talking to you about how she is a great kisser, in hopes that you will make a move on her, and hopefully choosing to leave with her. Get ready because, with the strategy I share today, your dream girl will be touchier, throwing compliments your way, and even straight up strive for your attention. When you've got a girl chasing you like this, taking things to the next level, getting her between the sheets or locking her down in a relationship becomes a walk in the park. I will share how you can make this a regular part of your life, so stick around. Before I unveil the secrets of how to make that happen, there is something you must know. Chasing is not the same as attraction. See, a girl can be totally into you, feeling that magnetic pull, but not necessarily chasing you. On the flip side, she might not even be initially attracted to you. But guess what? She could still start chasing your approval. Now here's the deal. If a girl is after your approval, she'll do some mental gymnastics, convincing herself she's attracted to you as well. It's a mind game, and these two go hand in hand. But pay attention, fellas, because this distinction is crucial. Here's the kicker. You don't have to turn her into a full-on chaser just to score a date or get her into bed. Most of the ladies I've had some fun with weren't exactly chasing me left and right until after we'd already crossed that line. So sit tight. I'm about to spill the beans on how to navigate this game like a pro. The masculine role in this dance is all about taking charge, making the moves, and setting the tone. On the flip side, the feminine role is about whether to accept or reject the guy's advances. If you've got that confidence and those cool vibes, and you can smoothly escalate the situation, chances are the girl will follow your lead. You don't have to turn it into a wild chase or make her downright obsessed with you. But in this video, we're diving into something different. We're steering away from the usual script, breaking free from the natural course of events. Get ready because we're about to explore uncharted territory and flip the script on how to navigate these waters. This can be done before you even hit the sheets, turning the game on its head and having that girl chase you right from the get-go. Now, why bother with this? Simple, it's the ultimate superpower when dealing with ladies. When you've mastered the art of making girls chase you, you'll be like a magician pulling tricks on any woman you fancy. Imagine this. You walk up to a girl, strike up a conversation, and within 3 minutes she's hanging on to your every word. And in many cases, you'll be leaving with her in less than an hour. This is my playbook. I don't waste time with dates or swiping on dating apps. I step outside, spot a girl I'm into, apply what I'm about to reveal in this video, and bam, 30 to 90 minutes later, we're back at my place, making some magic happen. I'm not dealing with the usual Tinder frustrations, the swiping, the ignoring, the ghosting. No, it's a different game altogether. Step outside, approach the girl, get her chasing me, and the rest is history. Let me clarify one thing. If you're just starting out and learning the ropes of attracting women, focus on the basics. Hone those approaching and conversation skills, upgrade your wardrobe and hit the gym, get in shape. However, if you've already aced the fundamentals and you're ready to level up, especially if you're aiming to consistently attract those smoking hot girls and wield the power to, let's say, sleep with a new woman every week or even every day, if time permits, then we're entering the realm where making her chase becomes the ultimate game changer. It's the key to unlocking a new level of success in the dating game. Stick with me. I'm about to unravel the secrets that will take your game to the extreme. Now that we've laid all the groundwork, let's delve into the nitty-gritty of making a girl chase you. And guess what? It all boils down to one tiny but powerful word: dopamine. Now, dopamine is the brain's chemical conductor, the maestro of desire, the force that makes us want, crave, and ultimately chase. Picture this. In a study, they took some hamsters and removed their dopamine receptors. What happened? They were literally sitting next to food and water, but starved to death because they lacked the motivation to eat the goodies right in front of them. Now think about this in the context of attractive young women in the dating scene. You've got this awesome guy asking her out, trying to set up a date, but she's just not bothered. She might find him attractive enough and know she should meet up, but instead she'd rather stay home munching on ice cream and binge-watching TV. Why? Because the guy isn't triggering any dopamine release in her brain, unlike the ice cream and TV shows. So here's the deal. If you want a woman to chase you, or heck, even take any physical action to be with you, you've got to be the dopamine trigger. It's not just about competing with other guys. You're up against a whole world of dopamine-inducing activities like entertainment, TV shows, Instagram, TikTok, shopping, food, gossiping with friends, you name it. We're talking about a full-blown dopamine war here. It's a fierce competition for those precious dopamine receptors. Ready to master this dopamine game? Let's dive into the tactics to become the ultimate dopamine trigger. So let's cut through the scientific jargon and get straight to the chase. How do you skyrocket a girl's dopamine levels, make her addicted to you, and ignite that chase? The brainiacs at universities and research labs have cracked the code on triggering dopamine and creating addiction. This knowledge is solid and used by the big players in social media and gambling. Here's the scoop. Dopamine is released in the brain through something called reward prediction error. The reward prediction error is the secret sauce, the holy grail for getting a girl hooked on you and sparking that chase. So what's the deal with reward prediction error? It means that dopamine gets triggered in response to rewards. But here's the key. Only when those rewards are unexpected and unpredictable. This is the key, my friend. And we're about to unlock the door to making yourself the irresistible reward that keeps her dopamine levels rising. Let's break down the art of making a girl chase you by diving into what triggers dopamine. Anything you say or do that makes the girl feel good about herself falls into the category of rewards. Whether it's complimenting her appearance, praising her style, or simply showering her with positive attention. These actions serve as the rewards part of the dopamine triggering process in the girl's brain. However, you've probably noticed that in practice, bombarding a girl with compliments and attention doesn't necessarily make her chase you. In fact, most times it leads to the opposite effect. The more compliments and attention you give, the more she might lose attraction or even become repulsed. Here's why. Dopamine, the chase chemical, is released in a much better response to unexpected rewards. This is where the problem lies for the nice guys who consistently provide compliments and positive praise. When a girl comes to expect these rewards from you, they no longer trigger dopamine. She gets bored. The game changes when she encounters a guy who mixes it up, providing unpredictable rewards. A guy who is sometimes a bit of a challenge, occasionally a tease, and then out of the blue drops in a treat in the form of a compliment or praise. This unpredictability in rewards is what sparks powerful dopamine releases and ultimately makes her start to chase you. It keeps her on her toes, craving more, and in turn makes her chase you to earn those unpredictable treats of compliments, praise, and rewards. So if you want to get a girl to chase you, then master the art of being a bit of a tease and keeping her hooked with unexpected rewards. Let me share a story from my high school days about a friend I had. This guy was a complete tough cookie, a real bastard to be honest. People feared him. He had this ruthless demeanor that commanded respect. But here's the interesting twist. When he decided to give you praise and say something nice about you, it felt like a revelation. It was so rare, so unexpected, that when it happened, the impact of his praise was so much more profound and meaningful. I'm not suggesting you turn into some drill sergeant barking orders at women. The point here is to be unpredictable. You want to keep her on her toes, experiencing a full range of positive and negative emotions. It's not about being consistently nice or always playing the tough guy. It's about creating a dynamic, a contrast that keeps her guessing. This unpredictability makes the positive moments, like praising her, so impactful and memorable. That way, when you do offer praise or a positive emotion, it becomes a rare and powerful reward that she'll crave. Now that we've got the fundamental theory and formula down, let's talk about putting it into action. The answer lies in a simple yet powerful technique known as push-pull. So, what exactly is push-pull? This technique is what hacks into her dopamine levels, lighting up her reward circuitry like a Christmas tree. And here's the magic. This roller coaster ride of emotions ultimately triggers her to chase you, seek your approval, and even chase you for that intimate connection. It's the secret sauce, the only thing you need to make any girl chase you. So buckle up as we dive into the practical side of push-pull, exploring what to say and do to keep that emotional roller coaster rolling and have her chasing you like there's no tomorrow. The key here is to continually alternate between pushes and pulls. Think of the push, or the negative expression, as pushing her away, and think of the pull or positive expression as pulling her in. Both parts of the equation are essential. Here's where most guys go wrong. They get caught up in only giving positive expressions and being too nice. This inevitably leads to boredom and rejection. On the flip side, occasionally, you'll encounter a guy who only does the negative side, maybe trying to nag girls excessively, and that doesn't work either. The real magic happens when you mix both, creating a dynamic that keeps her engaged and intrigued. Before I dive into exactly what to say to get a girl chasing you within 2 or 3 minutes of conversation, a quick heads up. The following applies strictly to using push-pull in-person, face-to-face conversations. While making a girl chase you over text is possible, it's trickier and riskier. If you are interested in how to trigger dopamine through text, then comment down below and I can make a video on that. The push-pull technique, as explained here, is generally not recommended for use over text unless you really know what you're doing. Many examples I will share in this video would not work if sent to a girl over text, so it's a risk you should avoid. Why? Well, the girl needs to perceive the so-called mean things you're saying as ultimately playful, and she can't grasp that without seeing your body language, facial expressions, tone of voice, and so on. So with the warning out of the way, let's break it down. The push-pull technique comprises 2 components, the push or negative expressions, and the pull or positive expressions. To keep it brain-dead simple, think of it in terms of teasing and complimenting the girl. On the compliment side, you can say things like, "I love your look. You look very glamorous tonight. You're very striking. You're very elegant." Or, "I love your outfit. I love your style." These are examples of compliments you can use right off the approach. As you get to know her better, shift your compliments away from her appearance and towards her personality, behavior, values, and expression. Non-physical specific compliments about the girl herself are much more powerful. For instance, you could say things like, "I love how independent you are. I love how free-spirited you are. You seem very adventurous." Or, "I can tell you're smart." You can compliment her impressive vocabulary and positive energy, and even express how much you enjoy being around her. The key here is to get in the habit of complimenting girls more, becoming liberal with giving compliments and praise. Despite common advice suggesting not to be too nice, the trick to avoiding the friend zone is mixing those compliments with teases, pushes, and statements that playfully push the girl away. This balance is what keeps her intrigued and chasing you. So master the art of complimenting the ladies and make those interactions unforgettable. Let's get into some examples of the push side of things, the negative expressions you can use to tease the girl. If she says something silly, you can playfully say something like, "Note to self, this is a weird chick." Mocking her for something she said or did can also work. And often, the best teases are very subtle. You might make a face responding to something she said or did, expressing skepticism or dismissiveness. Keep in mind that more subtle teases tend to work better. Disagreeing with something she said is a good one. For example, you could say, "I was really attracted to you, but then you said blank, and now I question my attraction towards you." Another formula is, "I love X about you, but I kind of hate Y." I'm leaving the blanks here so that it feels more natural and specific to the conversation. Unlike the old nagging techniques where guys were told to use lines like, "Is that food in your teeth?" or "Where's the off button?" Lines like that can work if used naturally, but might feel forced. I prefer using formulas where you can fill in the blanks based on the specific interaction. These formulas make it more authentic and adaptable to the unique dynamics of each interaction. I want to underscore the point that when you're teasing girls, the actual content of what you're saying doesn't have to make sense or be logically sound. In fact, the more absurd and illogical you can make the teases, the more effective they'll be. For instance, you could say something like, "I love your style. You're so stylish and make it look so effortless, but I noticed your arm span and they're just too short to dunk. I can't date a girl that can't make a dunk on the basketball court." Never tease girls over sensitive topics or anything real. Use common sense. Tease her about things she said or did, her facial expressions, gestures, mannerisms, or what she does for a living. You can playfully say things like, "Does your dress make your boobs look bigger than they are?" But again, use common sense. Don't say something like that right away. Make sure you are comfortable with each other joking like that. Anything that teases, mocks, or makes her a figure of fun are gold. Once you master this technique and it becomes second nature, it's like having superpowers with women. You can make any girl chase your approval regardless of physical attractiveness, age, or other distinctions. This technique allows you to essentially program her to chase you, like a skilled practitioner of social dynamics. In the beginning, when I first started to figure out how the dating dynamics work, my success with girls was okay. I could approach them, sometimes get a phone number, and occasionally convert that into a date. However, it could have been more reliable and felt like a numbers game. However, once I committed to using push-pull and honing my communication skills in this way, everything changed rapidly. I started consistently getting non-flaky numbers and same-day dates. The results were night and day compared to my previous experiences. Making a girl chase me became almost programmatic, like pushing specific buttons in their brain. Once you integrate this approach into your communication style, it becomes remarkably easy delivering consistent results week after week. Now that you know the secret of how to do this, you have all you need to make it your superpower as well. It might take some time to master it. Also, always remember to keep it playful and make sure that she can feel that playful vibe. If you're eager to discover a way to make a girl chase you over text and through online dating, particularly if you're intrigued by the idea of making her obsessed with you using text messages, even if you've never met her in person, then I know some techniques that are for you. Imagine having her practically begging you for a date and eagerly anticipating that intimate connection, or even reigniting the interest of a girl who has gone cold, ghosted you, or stopped responding. Drop a comment below if you're keen on a video that delves into this method, and I might create one in the future. I've successfully employed this technique to capture the attention of Instagram models, TikTok sensations, and even OnlyFans creators, making them genuinely obsessed with me. Thank you for being with me today. If you found the information valuable, show your support by hitting the like button, subscribing, and ringing that notification bell. Your support is what keeps this channel thriving. We have some exciting content coming your way, so stay tuned for our next video. Feel free to comment below if you have any specific requests or need advice. I appreciate you watching.